We always think that transformation has to be this massive, earth-shattering event, right? But what if it's not? What if it's actually way smaller, like just a bunch of simple, intentional choices? So in this explainer, we're going to break down the architecture of a disciplined day. We'll see how these tiny habits, when you stack them up, can lead to some really big, lasting change.
And really, it all starts with this. Listen to that. You showed up again. This is not about being perfect. It's about being present. The real win? It's just showing up, day in, day out. This idea, it sets the tone for everything we're about to talk about. It's not about a flawless performance. It's about committing to the practice.
Okay, so let's dive into that first commitment. Think about it. That very first choice you make when you open your eyes, it creates this ripple effect that goes through your entire day. This is literally where the foundation gets laid. And it starts with something so simple. We're not talking about jumping into a workout or even making coffee. We're not talking about scrolling on your phone. Just a glass of warm water. It's such a small, deliberate action, right? But it's the very first promise you keep to yourself. It's that first building block for the whole day.
And I love this reframe of what discipline even means. It's not about punishment or some super strict restriction. It's actually a form of self-respect. So that glass of water, it's not just about hydration. It's a signal you're sending to your brain saying, hey, I'm in charge here. You're starting the day with a conscious choice, not a reaction.
So here's the game plan, the blueprint for our day. We just covered the morning commitment. Next up, we've got intentional fueling, then purposeful movement, and we'll wrap it all up with an evening reflection. You can already see how each step is going to build right on top of the last one.
All right, let's get into phase 2, fueling the body. And look, this is not about dieting, not at all. It's about shifting your mindset to see food for what it really is. Functional, clean energy that's going to power you through everything you need to do today.
So, rule number 1 for fueling up? It's simple. Make your breakfast heavy on the protein. So why protein? Well, that's what's going to set your body up for stable energy all morning. It's your best defense against that dreaded mid-morning crash, It helps you stay full and focused for way longer.
In this right here, it just boils the whole philosophy down perfectly. Just 2 simple words, fuel clean. It's such a powerful little mantra, isn't it? A reminder that every time you eat, it's a choice to give your body high-quality energy, not just to give in to some random craving.
So, what happens when that mid-morning slump starts to creep in? Well, the plan's already in place. The answer is simple and totally intentional. Grab something natural, something unprocessed. Think fruit or a handful of nuts. It's the perfect way to recharge your battery.
And here's the really crucial part. That snack choice? It's an exercise in willpower. Instead of just reactively grabbing something sugary, you're making a conscious, pre-planned choice. And every single time you do that, you're not just eating a snack. You're basically doing a rep for your self-control muscle. You're making it stronger.
Okay, lunchtime. And the structure here is just beautifully simple. You've got your foundation, a good carb like roti or rice. Then you add your protein, dal, paneer, something like that. And then you just round it all out with a bunch of veggies for those essential nutrients. It's more of a formula than a strict recipe, which is what makes it so easy to stick with.
All right, so as the day starts winding down, our eating should too. The evening snack is meant to be light. We're talking green tea, maybe some roasted chana. The whole point is just to bridge that gap to dinner without loading up your system. And that brings us to dinner, the final meal. The guideline here couldn't be clearer. Keep it light. Simple as that. As your day winds down, your body's need for energy goes down too, so your food should reflect that.
And here's exactly why that's so important. Your body does its most critical repair work when you're asleep. Think about it. If you eat a huge, heavy meal, you're forcing your digestive system to work overtime all night, and that steals energy and resources away from that recovery process. So keeping dinner light, it's really an act of respect for your body's need to rest and repair.
Okay, moving on to our third section, intentional movement. And right off the bat, let's be clear. This is not about punishing yourself at the gym or earning your calories. No, this is a dedicated practice. It's about connecting with your body and building up your resilience.
And just look at how simple these instructions are. The goal isn't hitting some crazy number of reps or miles. The goal is the effort. It's just about showing up, engaging with what you're doing, pushing yourself just a little bit harder than last time, and finding a rhythm. It's all about the quality and the intention behind the movement.
And this, right here, is the key. Every single workout, no matter how big or small, is like laying another brick in the wall of consistency. You're not just exercising. With every rep, you're casting a vote for the person you want to be. You're building that person one day at a time.
Now, on top of the main workout, there's this one other small but incredibly powerful habit. Just a 10-minute walk after lunch. That's it. It's so manageable, right? It helps with digestion, it gets you up and moving. It seems like such a tiny thing, but believe me, the impact is huge.
And here's the kicker, the rule that turns this from a nice idea into a core part of the discipline. It's non-negotiable, period. By making this little walk an unbreakable rule, you take motivation right out of the equation. You don't have to feel like it, it's just what you do. That is discipline in action. All right, we're on to our final phase, winding down with purpose. And listen, how you end the day is every bit as important as how you start it. This is where we acknowledge the effort we put in and really lock in all the progress we made.
This slide, honestly, is the whole point of everything we've talked about today. The goal was never, ever perfection. Perfection is an impossible standard, and you know what it leads to? Burnout. The real goal is consistency. And what does that mean? It means you just show up. You accept that some days are going to be great and some not so much. And you focus on the progress you're making, not on being perfect.
And just like that, the day is done. You know, there's a really powerful sense of accomplishment that comes from just acknowledging that you finished what you started. You followed the blueprint, you kept the promises you made to yourself this morning. Day 11 in the books.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Looking back at this whole blueprint, what is the one small thing, just one, that you can commit to doing tomorrow? Maybe it's the warm water, maybe it's a 10-minute walk, or that protein breakfast. You don't have to do everything all at once. Just pick one thing, because that, right there, that's where the real transformation begins.
Thanks for watching. Every repetition counts. Every day matters. Stay consistent. See you in the next video.